Hi there! Come, gain some knowledge and make your learning experience unforgettable. Also, practice as much as you can. Let's begin with a brand new session. Bootstrap is a very useful platform that uses HTML or CSS file formats to create responsive websites. This session starts with one such Bootstrap project of a blog with 4 different web pages. Next, it explains the steps of using the latest Bootstrap version, that is, version 5.1, to create the project document. Then, it gives the detailed steps from using the starter template to selecting the components and gives the codes to be used therein. Next, you learn how to name your website using different classes and codes. After this, you learn how to insert images using codes and the steps to add buttons, etc. to your web page. Moving forward, you learn how to change the image effects for your web page. Further, you learn how to edit the text in your web page buttons. So, get ready to use these features to customize and create your website.
Now let's start our first Bootstrap project. Here we will build a website with 4 pages, which will be a blogging website for those who want to learn coding. Okay, so let's first create a folder, which I have already did, and get your assets required for the project at one place. So if you see, I have these images here. So I will be using these images in the new Bootstrap project. Now let's get back to the code. This is the code we were using to learn different concepts of the Bootstrap, which is over here. Okay, so now let's rename this file to something else like practice, and create a new file for our new project, index.html. So here we will write our code for new website using Bootstrap. So as now you can't find it because we have replaced it. Now go to Get Bootstrap website and go to docs. So as you know, we've been learning there are different types of versions of the Bootstrap, but in this course we are focusing, which is one of the latest Bootstrap releases, which is version 5.1. Now let's get a HTML starter template and then go back to our code editor and simply paste it. So just to give you more visibility to the code, I'll double click on this and I'll close this panel over here so that you can see the code very clear. You can format the document by using right click and clicking on format document. Now let's go and pick navbar. So we can take this navbar for our website. and just simply go here and paste it here and save it.
So now you can see a nice navigation bar over here. Let's name our website. Obviously, this website is related to the blogs.
For how to learn different types of languages. So let's name our website as Learn Code. Okay, and save it. Learn Code. Then home we will keep as it is. Then we will make link as about. Then we have drop down. For the drop down, we'll give name as a topics. And then in the topics, we'll write learn HTML. Then again learn CSS. You can write something like this: learn JS or JavaScript. And we don't need this disabled version of it, so we'll remove it. Just save it first and then go back here. So here now we have home, about, and topics. In topics, learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I will do one thing. HTML we'll do, as we are developing blogging website, we'll name it blogs. And just save it. So let's go back to our navbar, and we can grab this element within UI list and just simply remove the disabled, and here you can write contact us. So now we have all the menu items that we need to build this particular website. Now let's try changing color of the navbar. So as we have already learned how to set the colors with the help of Bootstrap classes. So let's write dark instead of light, and let's see how it looks. Control yes. Yeah, this is looking nice. So also we can change the color of this button. So we can make it light instead of green. So look for the search. Yeah, so instead of success, which means green color in Bootstrap, use light. Okay, so now this is looking very nice. Now we have all the things we needed in the navbar. Now let's move to the next, which we will be adding some banner or slider. So go to carousel and just find good slider for our website. This is okay. This is also looks fine. But let's go for this one. Just copy the code and go back to our code editor and paste it after now. Just save it. Okay, so currently it is showing nothing because we haven't added the images. So now let's add the images. So if you go to our folder, I have these 3 images we will be using as slider images. So let's name first image as 11.jpg, second image as 12.jpg, and third image 13.jpg, and just save it. Now let's go back to our web page. See how it is looking. I think so this looks better. All right. Let's try to add some buttons over here. So let's go back to our Bootstrap website and then look for the buttons. So I think we can have, these 3 buttons over here. I'll grab these 3. Simply copy it, then paste it here. Just format the document. So here we can put as HTML. CSS. And then JavaScript. Okay, just save it. Yeah, this is looking nice. Also, we'll do one thing. Instead of these sliding images, we'll change this effect to something else. Let's see what we have for the carousel effects. This was our slider. So we'll use this crossfade effect. We'll use this particular class to change the effect. Go back to our code editor and then you can add that class over here. Just save it. Yes, so now this is looking very nice. Now let's add these 3 buttons on all the banners. Just simply copy these 3 buttons and paste it over here. Save it. Yes. Now we have all the 3 buttons on all 3 banners. So now let's try changing the text. Here we can write HTML for front end. Learn HTML like never before with VS Code. Okay, we can use the same thing. We'll just change the name of the language. Use CSS. Similarly for the third slider. JavaScript. And just save the changes. Now see. So now this is looking very nice.
What are the advantages of Bootstrap?
Bootstrap is a simple platform that enables anyone with a basic understanding of CSS and HTML to start building a website. It lets you create responsive websites. Bootstrap is compatible with Chrome, Firefox, Explorer 10+, Edge, and Safari. There are many default settings and codes that you can use to copy, customize, and create a website.
We know that understanding and gaining knowledge from what you learn is really important. So let's make learning fun and begin with this new session. Web designers, when creating a responsive website, find Bootstrap as a very handy platform. Bootstrap has many useful components that help to edit, customize, and create a wonderful web page for your website. Here, we are working on a sample project, and this session begins with a few of the ready-made elements present in your documents, such as the snippets, etc. Next, you learn how to copy-paste a section from a sample blog and add a similar section to your web page by simply copy-pasting the codes attached. After this, you learn how to add images and texts by formatting the codes. Following this, you learn to design and insert the buttons. Moving forward, you learn to create CSS files and place the footers. So, now your home page is ready for your sample project. Get set and create the next pages for your project website.
So now let's think of next sections we want to add into our website. So let's go back to our Bootstrap website, and I'll show you how to take few of the ready-made elements from here. So let's look for something that we really wanted to use. So as we are creating blog website, we will go over here. So let's grab these two sections from here. I'll show you how to do that. Just inspect element and then main body. You can, so this is the div. So just simply right click here and edit it as HTML. Select all, Control C, and then go back to our code editor. After division, just simply paste the code. Okay, so let's go back. No, this is coming something else. Let's try another browser. So let's try to do it from here. Let's try to grab this element from here. Okay, so here it is. Right click, edit it as a HTML, Control A, and then Control C. And then Control V, Control yes. Then just go back to our web page. Yeah, so now as you can see, it has got extended till the to the edges of the page. So here we can, if you remember the concept of containers we had learned in our theory part, let's use that over here. So let's try to add a container and then see how it looks. So let's format the document. This is the div. Okay, so let's try to add div dot container. Okay, just cut this from here and paste it at the end and just save it. Let's go back to, see, so it has automatically taken the container width. Now this is really touching to the banner, so let's give some margin. So we can add that margin over here, container. This is the by default property of Bootstrap for adding margins. So what is this means is add margin to y-axis. See, so you can see this gap over here, right? So let's have one more section as similar to this. Let's simply copy this. And then paste it, Control save, format the document. So now this is looking really nice. Now let's add some text and images to this. So let's go up a bit where it starts. Okay, so let's start with the first section. So instead of world, we'll write front end. Okay, front end. Then HTML logs. Like never before. VS Code. Just save it and let's see how it looks. Yes, that's right. So let's add image for this. So I have these images for this folder for this particular section. So let's use this one, a.jpg. So here they have img.sarc. Here we can use a.jpg. Let's save it. See what happens. Oh, so we just have to remove this, or you can comment it and then save it, and let's see. So just get rid of this now and then save it. Also, we'll change this color to something else, like warning. Yes. Also, we can change this continue reading to something in the form of button. We can have it. So let's go back to our Bootstrap website and try to grab some buttons. So let's take this type of button over here, not danger but warning. So instead of this, we can use button. And just simply save it. So now this is looking really nice. So let's copy paste these features for the next sections, especially this one over here. What is the SVG? Yeah. B. Then next. C. Then last one. And just save it. Now you can see all these thumbnail images we have added. Now it is just we need to change the content. For this particular, we will write post title as Python blogs. Okay. Also, we can have similar type of button over here. Let's use something else for Python. let's use this info thing. Continue and just save it. Yes, instead of design we can write backend, as we use Python to develop backend of the web application. Then write here backend. Similarly, we can do over here this is for JS. JS blocks, and button we can use as it is. Just to save time, we'll use the things as it is. Okay, now the last is for CSS. CSS blocks, and then we can use the same button. Let's see. Yeah, so our website is almost ready. So let's go back to the Bootstrap website and just look for something else where we can have footer. So let's go back to the Bootstrap website and just look for something else where we can have footer. Let's go here and then check. Yeah, here we have footer, so the same way we can copy the footer Okay, here is the footer. Control A and C. So footer is always at the end. Then just save it. Here you can write 21, 22. That's it. So we have nice little footer at the bottom. So let's check the responsiveness of this particular website. So yeah, this is looking nice. Yeah, so see, I haven't written a single line of code for this. I haven't written a single line of CSS for this to make it responsive. So that's the beauty of Bootstrap. You can make websites very easily by using Bootstrap components. So now we are ready with our home page. Now let's move to our next pages, which is About page.
If you are asked to design a website, what elements will you consider inserting?
There are a few common and important elements or parts of every website. I will consider inserting them first. These elements are navigation, visual design, images, content, interactive buttons, etc. Many people also prefer having a contact form on their website for the ease of communication.